Okay, before I get started, can we look how cute this dress is? It's so cute. Guys, I have not uploaded a video in like 3 weeks now. I have a lot of things to talk about, but today I'm going to be making loaded onion rings. I'm so excited. I love onion rings. There are a few things that I'm going to be trying for the first time in this video, so I'm super excited. Like the Chipotle queso. If you guys didn't know, Chipotle came out with their own cheese sauce, so I'm going to be putting that on the onion rings. I also went to the Cheesecake Factory at the Sherman Oaks Galleria, which is super close to me, but it's kind of inconvenient to get in and out of there. So to make it worth the trip, I got 2 slices of cheesecake. That's my logic. So I'm going to be showing you guys what flavors I got at the end. I'm just going to get started on the onion rings. This is, you guys, my 3rd time filming this video. Last time I filmed this video, I actually made my own homemade beer battered onion rings. They turned out so good and so crispy, but that video didn't work out for other reasons, so I didn't feel like making those today. So I actually just went to a restaurant and got some onion rings. Wait a second, what is this? So I'd ordered a large order of onion rings and they accidentally gave me a small order. So I had to go back inside and tell them, and I guess they included an order of fries for the inconvenience. So that's cool. I'm gonna just add those in here. Yay, they're big fat fries. I really like these kind. And then large onion rings. I don't know if these are gonna be crispy still because they've been sitting in this box. Those are good. They feel, ooh. So on top of these, I'm gonna put my Chipotle queso. They just came out with this like, I think 2 weeks ago or something. It's my first time trying it. Ooh, it's nice and liquidy. Let's try it. Ooh, that is so good. Oh my god. It has a little bit of spiciness to it too. Oh my gosh. My next mukbang is going to be me just eating a bowl of this. Next is going to be bacon. I kind of almost burned my bacon, but I actually really like it super crispy, so it's fine. It's cool. Bacon bits. Oh my gosh, this is a lot of bacon. And then for some color, I'm gonna do some tomato. This is all optional. You guys can add whatever you want, obviously. And then I'm gonna add some green onion. The greens are just to make this a well-balanced meal. And they basically cancel out all the unhealthy stuff. So, got that. I think that's gonna be it for the toppings. Should I drizzle this barbecue sauce or is that too much? I kind of want to do that. Why not? Oh my gosh, my stomach is growling. Okay, and then I'm just gonna do some ranch on the side. A lot of you guys suggested I try this one because I had a video where I was whining about not being able to find a good tasting ranch. I like this one. I've got my Diet Coke. Thumbnail. Mmm. Ah. Mm. Bacon is the best. I have a story time for you guys in this video. Tinder related. I know you guys love those. Oh my god. The barbecue sauce on top, great choice. It's salty and sweet and bacony. Guys, this is so good. Uh-oh. I just went to this vegan restaurant called Veggie Grill for the first time. I think I'm gonna do a video on it. But I ordered a BLT vegan. And the bacon that they use on it Does not really taste at all like real bacon, but it was still pretty good. Nothing is as good as real bacon though. Look. The beer battered onion rings I made turned out really well in the last video. But they took so long to make. I could only fry up like 2 at a time. And deep frying anything is so scary. The oil kept popping out at me. It's definitely a lot easier to just buy them. The fries are really good too. I don't know if this place is a chain or if it's just that one. Whoa! They gave me a ranch. Baby onion ring. Why does restaurant ranch taste so much better than bottled ranch? It's so much thicker. It has such a stronger flavor. I really like it. I guess I'll just get started on my Tinder date story time. My Tinder date that didn't happen story time. I really hope he doesn't know about my YouTube channel, but he probably does because he is following me on Instagram. And I feel like it's very easy to find my YouTube from my Instagram. So if you're watching this, sup, I'm talking about you. So you guys remember the last Tinder date I went on was like in February or something, or in March? I hate when the whole onion pops out when you take a bite. But a little recap of my last Tinder date. I went out with this guy that was like 35. He was kind of annoying. I think I talked about this in the video. He reminded me of this one guy that I know that's very annoying. But he was really nice. Basically, he was telling me that he really wanted to get married and have kids and like move away from LA and all this very serious stuff. And he was most definitely looking for that sooner rather than later. Like, he was dating to find the person that he was gonna do that with. You know what I mean? Whereas I go into dating definitely a lot more casually. He was definitely looking for his wifey. It was just definitely not a good fit. And he had asked me out on a second date. And I kind of explained to him that we were just looking for different things. It was fine. It didn't end horribly or anything. But I haven't really opened up Tinder or been on any other Tinder dates since that guy. And I've kept the app. I just never really log into it. And I also don't have the notifications turned on for it, so I kind of forget that I even have it. But this all just happened like a week ago. It was Saturday night, and I opened up Tinder for the first time in a few weeks, and I saw that this one guy had messaged me like 5 times in a row. He seemed really interested. I looked through his profile. I guess I'd matched with him like a month before. I looked through his pictures. I didn't see anything that was like a turnoff. So I messaged him back, and I was like, hey, sorry for the late response. I don't really use Tinder that much. And then I asked him what part of LA he lived in. And he said he lived in downtown LA, which I'm normally never in downtown LA. I really don't like downtown LA at all. It's really dirty. and gross. Even the areas that are nice are still kind of gross. So I almost never go there unless I have to for work. Coincidentally, that next day, that Sunday, I was gonna be working in downtown LA. So right then and there, in like 4 messages, he and I planned a date for the next day. The next morning, Sunday morning, he texts me and he says, hey, what time do you get off work today? I would love to meet, even if it's just quick, even if it's like a 20-minute drink. I really want to meet you. Like, he seemed very, very eager to meet. At about 1 p.m. I texted him because I found out that I wasn't going to be done with work until about 9 to 9:30 that night, which I know is really late for a Sunday. Like, Sunday night date is just weird, you know? But I told him that and I was like, hey, do you still want to meet? I know it's really late, just let me know. And he said, yes, definitely. And again, he said, even if it's just for a quick drink or something, I would really love to see you. So in my head, the date was pretty much set and confirmed. I know we didn't have a set time, which is what I think screwed this whole thing up. But in my head, I was like, okay, he's gonna wait for me to get off work, I guess. Which is probably rude and selfish of me to expect him to wait for me. I do realize that now, but anyways, moving on. About 8 p.m. I started wrapping up from work and I knew I was going to be done soon, and I was like dreading going on this date. At this point, I had been working like 12 hours that day outside. I felt so gross and sweaty, and you know, when you go on a first date, you want to give a good impression. You want to be energized and fresh. I was neither of those things. I regretted planning the date, but for me, flaking is one of the rudest things you can do to someone. I think it's so disrespectful of people's time. I would never ever flake on someone, even if I would rather die than meet with them. I will still always follow through. And also because I had only talked to this guy like a few messages, I didn't feel like I cared that much to meet him anyway. But because we had been talking, I like forced myself, like, just go on this date. It's not gonna be that bad. It can be like a quickie 30 minutes and you're out, like, just do it. So I had to like hype myself up to still be willing to go on this date. And I texted him about 8:15 and I said, hey, are you still cool to meet up at like around 9? I'm gonna be off of work soon. And he didn't respond. So I was like, weird. I was still at work at this point, so I'm just like finishing up there. I get to my car probably about 8:45. He has still not responded. So I waited in my car until about 9 p.m. and still no response. So I'm like, oh my god, this guy is not just flaking on me, he's ghosting on me right before our date. What an a-hole. So whatever, I ended up driving home. I finally get a text from him like close to 11 p.m. that same night. He doesn't like apologize. He doesn't say like, hey, like, I'm so sorry I got caught up somewhere. He just texts me and he goes, hey, sorry I couldn't make it tonight, but I would love to reschedule. So I'm like, what? Like, you're not even gonna explain anything? Like, maybe to him it wasn't a confirmed date because we didn't have an exact time or something, but I told my friend the story and she was like, well, you were rude for making him wait around for you. Which I do get that. But I mean, I was at work. I didn't really have a choice. And also, I'd already told him what time I was going to be off. So I feel like if he had made other plans, he could have just told me that. I was very annoyed. And I told my friend, and she said that I was overreacting and that I should reschedule with him. But I've now lost all interest in meeting this person. The bacon is so good. I love the like charred flavor. Some people like bacon when it's so chewy and almost raw. I can't. I don't know if he genuinely just got caught up doing something else or what. I told my friend also and she said that he was probably on another Tinder date or something and couldn't get to his phone. He could have also just gotten nervous or just didn't want to go on the date anymore, so I just used that as an excuse. But that's the thing, is like there was no excuse. It was just like, hey, sorry I didn't make it. It's so weird. But the good thing is I didn't really put in any effort. You know, I didn't dress up or drive out anywhere to meet this guy. So I didn't really lose anything other than waiting in my car for like 15 minutes. So that's good. One thing I will say, I almost was not going to mention this because I feel like this is going to be controversial, but I was looking through his actual Instagram and I saw something that to me is like a red flag when I've dated any guy. Anytime I've dated a guy and I look through their social media, their Instagram usually, sometimes I'll creep and I'll see who they're following just to see what their interests are, what celebrities, what musicians, what kind of things they like looking at. And this guy that flaked on me on the date, I'd looked at who he was following on Instagram and he was literally following like 500 random girls on Instagram. Like Instagram models, porn stars, bikini models, escorts, all of those kind of very sexualized Instagram profiles. I don't think there's anything wrong with following someone just because you're attracted to them or you have a crush on them or whatever. Like, I definitely follow some accounts just because I think the person's good looking. But I feel like there's a huge difference between following like 20 or 30 of those accounts versus following 300, 400, 500 of them. There's just something so desperate and thirsty about it to me. Well, some people might disagree with this, it's fine. There's one guy I dated a few years ago that I noticed the same thing, and he ended up being like the biggest hoe ever. And it's also like, if you are in your 30s and 98% of the content that you're looking at when you open up your Instagram is just like sexualized images, it's like, do you not have any other interests other than that? There's just something very immature about it to me. But I saw that guy that flaked on me. He was following like all those accounts, so I was like, So yeah, basically, I've completely lost interest in this person. He just messaged me last night again. So I'm like, should I just go on a first date? Should I just delete him off of everything? There's pretty much mainly just fries left. I'm so excited to try these cheesecakes. Anyway, speaking of being creepy, I found this box in my closet while I was moving last week. I wanted to show you guys because I don't know if I'm the only one that does this. I was contemplating throwing it away, but it's kind of funny looking back. So I have this box, just a shoe box. I've had this shoe box for many, many years. It's filled with, basically, oh, this is weird saying it out loud. It's filled with stuff that I've kept from dates that I've been on or random guys that I've dated. Not stuff that I've like stolen, but weird stuff. Like, this is from like a mini golf date. I kept this little scorecard for some reason. I have, here, you guys can get a little look. Oh, letters from ex-boyfriends. I'm gonna do the story time about my ex-boyfriend. I'm gonna probably save it for next week because it's not a fun story. It was such a bad relationship. I did not want to do it for this video, but I'll probably do it next week. It's just not a fun story to tell, but people have been requesting that I tell the story for like 6 months now, so I'm probably finally gonna do it. 5 letters from that guy. Mark, the Imagine Dragons concert that you invited me to, got that pass. These are random little things that I won on a Dave & Buster's date. The Standard in downtown, ping pong date. Robbie, took this from the nice guy. Kyle, when we went to the Roger Room, it's just a little bar in Hollywood. I took a little thing of matches. See, like random little stuff like this I keep. I don't know why. Most of the stuff in here is actually from, there's this one guy, the very first guy that I ever met off Tinder. I met him in 2013. I went on probably like 30 dates with this guy, like random little dates. So a lot of the stuff in there is from that guy. That was such a weird situation. You guys know when you meet someone and the conversation flows really well. You have a lot in common, same sense of humor. You have great chemistry. Me and that guy were like the opposite of all of those things. Like no chemistry whatsoever. The conversation was super forced all the time. Like no matter how many times I met him, it was always kind of awkward. But he would text me every once in a while and ask me to go to the movies or to like a bar or to mini golf or something. And I always figured if I wasn't doing anything else, why not? But it's just funny that I've met him so many times and he's the one that I probably have like the least chemistry with. I talked to him as recently as a couple months ago. We were almost going to meet up again, but it didn't work out. Literally all of those guys that I just named know about my YouTube channel. So I hope they're not watching. I kind of want to pick off all the bacon and then go into my cheesecakes. If any of you guys are upset that I'm not going to finish all of this, you must be new here. Welcome. I'm going to go to my cheesecakes. These are all fries anyway, so I wasn't technically supposed to have these. So basically, that restaurant set me up for failure. They wanted me to look bad in front of you guys. So I'm gonna blame them. Yay! So I got so pretty. Please don't fall. Who remembers my Cheesecake Factory video? I accidentally dropped the cheesecake on the table. This is the turtle cheesecake. So there's chocolate, caramel cheesecake, there's pecans somewhere, chocolate. Did I already say that? I got the lemon, wait, what is this? Lemon raspberry cheesecake. I'm really excited about this one. Whoa! The bottom layer is like cake. So it's super light. Ooh, and it's nice and sour. Oh my god. It's super fluffy. It's like not heavy at all. Like a normal cheesecake. Holy crap, I really like this one. So chocolate and caramel. Whoa. This one is so thick. This one is hella thick. Holy crap, I feel like I'm about to choke. You can really taste the caramel. Holy crap, I definitely like this one more. This one is really good, but it's super sweet. They're both really good though. Alrighty, so I think this is gonna be it, you guys. I'm really full. The raspberry is so sour. But that's gonna be it, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'm so full. I'm definitely gonna get back into uploading regularly, so look out for that. Subscribe if you haven't. I don't think I've ever said that before. I don't really care if people subscribe or not. I will see you guys next time. Bye!